Hi everyone, it's Brooke here from the Sip Studio. Today I'm going to show you how to do a flip cup with our fluid art kit. So you all would have received some shot glasses, which is to mix up our paints, which are just along here. And you would have either received a cup that looks like this or one that's a bit skinnier and taller. It doesn't matter which one you use, they'll both do the same job. Now, if you watch the original video, I show you how to mix up your paints. So I want you to watch that video before you get to this one. Make sure you're mixing up your colors and your pouring medium, and you're also mixing up your white paint and pouring medium. So once we have got our white paint and all of our colors, we can do our flip cup. So the very first thing that we need to do is put some of our colors and white paint in a fresh cup. So grab a cup, and what we're going to do is start pouring some colors in. So pick any color you like to start with, and I usually tell you to pour it in like a beer. So just pour it in a bit like that. Now I am using quite a small canvas today, so I don't need as much paint. Obviously if you're using a larger canvas, you'll use more paint. So you start off by pouring a color, and then you pour a little bit of white, just like that, followed by some more color. And we're just going to be layering everything like this. And in between every color, you put a little bit of white. Now I am going to put a little bit of black in this painting, but just a tad. I don't want my painting to be too dark, but I will be using a little bit of black. Okay, so let's keep going. So you want to keep going until you have used all of your colors. Because this canvas is only quite small, I don't need, as I said already, as much paint. If you're doing a bigger canvas, you're going to need more paint. If you're doing one of a canvas that's this size, which is usually the canvas size that you get with the kit, you need to make sure it's filled up to at least this line, or if you've got the other cups, halfway. And that just is to ensure that there's actually enough paint that's going to be on your canvas. Now I'm probably not going to put any more black in because I think that's plenty of black. So I'm just going to continue with the other colors. Now I'm nearly out of my purple, so I'm just going to scrape out whatever was left. But that's fine. Okay, that's all the purple. Now, I'm probably getting to the end of what I need anyway. So instead of layering with white in between, I'm just going to put the rest of my colors in. And that's only because I'm at the end of my colors and I have a small canvas and I have plenty of paint in this cup for this particular canvas. If you've got a bigger canvas, I suggest you keep going and putting white in between until you've gotten to that halfway line. Whereas I can tell now I have plenty of paint. Okay, so I'll show you how much. So that's plenty of paint for this particular canvas. Okay, so once we've got our paint in our cup, the next thing we're going to do is grab our canvas and pop it on top like this. Put our hand in the middle and we are going to flip it. Okay, so what you want to do is wait a couple minutes because you want that paint that was at the bottom to come down the sides of the cup and to go on that canvas. If you pull it out straight away, the paint wouldn't have had time to actually seep down through the layers. Give it a little bit of a tap. And once you've waited a couple of seconds, you can then pull off your cup. So we're literally, as soon as we pull off this cup, the paint's going to start running and we're going to need to pick up our canvas and start tilting. So you're going to have a larger canvas. Your canvas is probably going to be sitting on like that, whereas mine won't. So you'll have this here as a support and you can just lift it. whereas I've got a smaller canvas. So I'm going to hold the side of it like this, and let's get ready to lift. Okay, so what we need to do now is get all this paint to the sides of our canvas. So let's start. So to do that, we need to tilt it. So generally tilt it to one side and bring it back, and just slowly tilt it to the other side. So I can already see here we've got some really nice cells there. So I'm just going to tilt. I might lose some of that black, but that's okay. I didn't want too much black in anyway. You just never know what you're going to get with fluid art. And we're just going to slowly tilt this paint down here. I do like this color, so we're going to see if we can keep it. I don't know if it's going to stay. So what I'm going to do is do that so the paint doesn't come off all the side, and I might be able to push it back onto that canvas. There we go. Let's see if I can push it back. Okay, excellent. So that is the flip cup technique, and we've even got a little bit of lacing there. We've got some cells, so I'm pretty happy with this one. You don't need, I did quite a lot of white in between my layers, which is why there's quite a lot of white on here. If you like that look, absolutely do that. If you don't, just add more paint color in between and you'll get more color than white. But it's important to have the white so it separates the colors and doesn't go brown. But look, that's a really fun technique, and drying time will be about 3 days on this one. Now, if you've missed some of your edges, for example, like that edge there, just dip your finger and just cover it up. So there might be some, so this one here. So I'm just going to dip my finger and I'm just covering it up. So you can absolutely do that too. So that's the other technique, which is quite a fun one. It's a messy one, but you can get some really lovely results with it. If you have any questions, feel free to send us an email or an SMS or message us on social media, and we are happy to help you. Thanks for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you again with our next tutorial.